Hello everyone. So in this video, I'm going to discuss exercise 2.2, question number 10, and from question number 12 to question number 16. So let's start. I'm going to just share my screen with all of you. So this is the screen. Let's start with question number 10. I had given question number 10 uh, as a homework to all of you, and from question number 12 to question number 16, right? So let's start. Question number 10. So question number 10 says the number of boys and girls in a class are in the ratio of 7:5. So what is given to me in the question? That ratio of boys is to girls is equals to 7:5. Okay. And the other information which is given to me in this question is the number of boys is 8 more than the number of girls. So number of boys is equals to number of girls plus 8, right? Because they are saying the number of boys are 8 greater than the number of girls. So you will get so this is the another information which is given to me. Now what I have to find? I have to find what is the total class strength? What is the total strength of the class? What does it mean? Total strength of class, what does it mean? It means that I have to find the boys plus girls, total number of boys and girls in the class, what it will be. Okay. Now let's move to the solution. So I have already told you in the questions where you are dealing with ratio and proportion, your x is going to be the common multiplier. So we will say let x be the common multiplier. So in that case, my ratio of number of boys divided by number of girls will be equals to 7x by 5x. So now my number of boys will become 7x and my number of girls will become 5x, right? If my common multiplier is x. Given that, now I'm just going to put these values in this equation. So let me mark this equation as 1. So I'm going to put the values of boys and girls in equation 1. So if I do that, it will become number of boys is 7x is equals to 5x plus 8, right? Now we want variables at one side and constant at the other side. So I'm going to take 5x on the other side of the equation. If I do that, it's an addition here. If I take it on the other side of the equation, it will be subtraction. So it will be 7x minus 5x is equals to 8, right? So 7x minus 5x would be 2x. 2x is equals to 8. So what I will write, 2 into x is equals to 8. Now, to remove the coefficient of x, now my next step is that I have to remove the coefficient of x so as to get x individually. So to do that, I'm going to divide 2 on both the sides of the equation, or you can take 2 to the other side of the equation. So right now it is in multiplication. If we transpose this on the other side, it will be division. So it would be 8 divided by 2, x is equals to 8 divided by 2, which is 4. So my x is 4, which gives me number. So I've got x is equals to 4. So total number of boys is equals to 7x, which will be 7 into 4, 28, and total number of girls would be 5x, which is 5 into 4, which is 20, and total strength will be 28 plus 20, which is equals to 48. So there are 48 students in the class. Got it? So this is the equation. This is the solution for question number 10. Okay. Now let's move to the question number 12. So I'm just going to clear the board and let's move to question number 12. Now what question number 12 says, so what information is given to me? I'll just write what is given. So it's given that 15 years from now, Ravi's age will be 4 times his present age. What is Ravi's present age? So it is given that 15 years later, 15 years later, Ravi's age is going to be 4 times of the present age, right? That's what they are saying, right? Ravi's age, 15 years later, Ravi's age is going to be 4 into 4 times of its present age. And what I need to find? Ravi's age. So I have always told you, I have told you that when you solve it, so what you are going to do, what you will take x in these kind of questions, you take x, what you have to find. So what I have to find? Ravi's age. So what I will say, let x be the Ravi's present age. Okay. So what is the present age of Ravi's is x. Now, what they are saying 15 years later. So 15 years later, what will be the, so if right now Ravi's age is x, after 15 years, what will be his age? That is x plus 15, right? If they are saying x plus 15 will be equals to 4 times into Ravi's present age. So what is the Ravi's present age? X. So this will be the equation, and it's very easy to solve this equation of x plus 15 is equals to 4x. I'm going to take this x on that side. So it will become, because it's positive, it's an addition. So it will be subtraction. If I transpose it to the other side of the equation, it would be like this. So 4x minus x would be 3x, 15. I'll take 3 on the other side of the equation. So it will be in division. 3 5s are 15. So what I will get, so Ravi's present age is 5 years. So what you will get? Answer is Ravi's present age is 5 years. There's a small request, guys. As you are watching this video, please make notes or please write the solutions in your notebook as I'm writing. And if there are any doubts while you're doing this question, please ask me in the class. Okay. Now let's do question number 13. A rational number is such that you multiply it by, so I'm solving question number 13. What is given? Let me see. A rational number is such that when you multiply it by 5 by 2 and add 2 by 3 to the product, you get minus 7 by 12. What is the number? So before I write the given in this question, I think given is not required in this question. It's just directly asking us to make the equation. So they are asking me, they are talking about some rational number in this question. If they multiply that rational number to, so there is some rational number. So let me write given only. So there is some rational number. If you multiply it by 5 by 2 and whatever the answer you get and you add 2 by 3 to that, the answer we get is minus 7 by 12. We have to, and what I have to find, this rational number. This rational number, right? So if I have to find this rational number, so what will be my solution? My solution is let this rational number be x. So if I know, if I let it be x, then my equation will be x into 5 by 2 plus 2 by 3 is equals to minus 7 by 12. Right? So what is my first thing? First thing which I do is take all the constants on the one side of the equation. So it will be x into 5 by 2 minus 7 by 12 minus 2 by 3. Okay, because it's an addition. If you take the 2 by 3 on the other side of the equation, it will be minus. So if I do this, what is the, so if I find the LCM of 12 and 3, I will get 12 as the LCM minus 7. 3 fours are, so 3 fours are 12 and I will get minus 2 into 4, that is minus 8. So minus 8 in, so I will get x, and if I simplify x into 5 by 2, I will get 5x by 2. Okay. So this is done. It's just you guys, you need to simplify this. Now minus 7 into minus 15 by 12 I will get, and this is 5x by 2. So I can simplify minus 15 by 12. 3 5s are 15, 3 4s are 12. So I get minus 4 by 5, minus 5 by 4. Now I need to take 2 on the other because 2 is in the denominator. Basically it is getting divided by 5x. If I take it on the other side of the equation, it will be in the multiplication. So it was like this, and 5 will be in the division. So the answer will be x is equals to minus 5 by 4 into 2 by 5. I can simplify this. It will be minus half. So if you simplify this, you get x is equals to minus half. Okay. So your answer is so at last, what is your answer? That rational number is minus 1 by 2. Okay. Let me know if you have any doubts in this question. Let's go to question number 13 now. Sorry, question number 14. Yeah, let's start. Question number 14th. The Lakshmi is the cashier in a bank. She has currency notes of denominations rupees 100, rupees 50 and rupees 10 respectively. So let's, given that she is a cashier, Lakshmi is a cashier in the bank and she has the notes of denomination rupees 100, rupees 50 and rupees 10. Okay. These are the denominations. The ratio of the number of these notes. So the ratio of the number of these notes, that is 100 is to 50 is to 10, is equals to number of notes. So guys, please read this question carefully. What they are saying is the ratio of the number of these notes. So because she is a cashier, she is having notes of rupees 100, rupees 50 and rupees 10. So the number of rupees 100 notes, let number of rupees 100 notes is to number of rupees 50 notes is to number of rupees 10 notes is equals to their ratios. The number of these denomination notes ratio is 2 is to 3 is to 5. The total cash with Lakshmi is rupees 4 lakh. So what is the total cash? This is also one information which is given to us. If I add all the cash she has is of rupees 4 lakh, how many notes of each denomination she have, right? So what I have to find? I have to find that notes of each denomination, right? So so as I have told you, whenever you see ratio and proportion question, you are going to let x be the common multiplier. So we will say let x be the common multiplier. If you take this, then my equation will become, so because rupees 100 notes, so 100 into 2x plus 50 into 3x plus 5 into 10x is equals to 4 lakh. Now, how did we get this equation? Because the number of rupees 100 notes and rupees 50 and rupees 10 are in the ratio of 2 is to 3 is to 5. So 2x is the number of notes in 100 denomination. So suppose if I have 2 notes of 100 denomination, the total denomination will be 100 into 2, which is 200. That's why I've multiplied 100 with 2x. Similarly, 50 into 3x and 5 into 10x. That's the equation you will form by the given information. So now this becomes easier. It would be 200x, 5 3s are 15, 150x plus 50x is equals to 4 lakh. So if you add this, it would be 400x is equals to 4 lakh. And if you solve this, so obviously x on that side of the equation, it will be you will divide it. So 0 0 will cut. So x is equals to 4,000. So if x is 4,000, now putting back these values, so what we have to find? Notes of each denomination, number of notes of each denomination. So number of 100 rupees 100 notes is equals to 2x, which is 4,000 into 2, which will be 8,000, right? Number of rupees 50 notes is equals to what it would be 3x, which will be 4,000 into 3. It is 4 3s are 12,000. And number of rupees 10 notes, which will be 5x, 4,000 into 5, which is 20,000. That's your answer. Okay. Please guys, after finding x, there is one more step which you need to do, is find what the question is asking you to find. So put the value of x back into these numbers like 2x, 3x and 5x, and then find the original answer. Please don't leave your calculation just till you find x. Please complete the solution by writing the proper answer, like how I have done in this question. Okay. So this is it. Let's go to question number 15th. Question number 14th and 15th are very similar. So if you have got this, you should be able to do question number 15th as well. So just give me a moment. I'm just open. Yes. So let's do question number 15th. Let's start question number 15th. In this, it is saying, let's see what is given in the question. It's given that there are a total of rupees 300. So what is the total amount? Total amount is rupees 300. That's given. And in the denomination of rupees 1, rupees 2 and rupees 5. So there are rupees 1 rupee 1 coin, rupee 2 rupee coin and 5 rupee coin is there. The number of rupees 2 coin is 3 times. So another information which is given to me, the number of 2 rupee coin is equals to 3 times of number of 5 rupee coin. Okay, this is another information which is given to me. And the last information is total number of coins we have is 160. Okay. How many coins of each denomination are with me? So there are 3 sets of information which is given to me, right? And what I have to find? I have to find how many coins of each denomination. So number of coins of each denomination. Okay. That's what I need to find. Now let's go to the solution. Okay, so what will be the solution? In this, because I have to find the number of coins of each denomination, I'm letting total number of 1 rupee coin be x. Okay. Actually, because I have already one equation with rupees 2 and rupees 5, that's why I'm going to assume rupees 2 rupee coin be x. So if I assume 2 rupee coin be x, then I know x is equals to 3 into number of 5 rupee coin. Okay, so if I have to find number of 5 rupee coin, I can write x by 3. X by 3 is number of 5 rupee coin. Okay, so I have already find what is the number of 5 rupee coin. I know that x plus x by 3 plus number of rupee 1 coin is equals to 160, because that's what given. Total number of coins is 160. So x is the total number of rupees 2 coin 2 rupee coin, total number of 5 rupee coins, so total number of and the total number of rupee 1 coin. If I add all these three, I will get 160 as an answer because I know this. So can I find number of rupee 1 coin from this equation? So number of rupee 1 coin will be equals to 160 minus x by 3, right? So that will give me number of rupee 1 coin. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put these values and use the information of total amount rupees 300. If my total amount is rupees 300, which means that if I multiply 1 with 16 with the number of coins, number of 1 rupee coin, and 2 with number of 2 rupee coin, total number of 2 rupee coins, and 5 with number of 5 rupee coin, I will get 300 as an answer. So when I solve this, I will get this as 1 into 160 minus x by 3 will be same, plus 2x plus 5x by 3, right? So what we know that I see there are 4 terms with x, so I can simplify this. I will find the coefficients of these x and simplify this equation and take the 160 on the other side of the equation, because 160 is the only constant in this equation. So I'm going to take 160 on the other side of the equation, which will leave me this, which will make 300 minus 160. Wait, guys. So it will be 300 minus 160. Here x coefficient is minus 1. Here x coefficient is minus 1 by 3. Here it is 2 and it is 5 by 3. So if I take x as common, I will get minus 1 plus minus 1 by 3 plus 2 plus 5 by 3, right? Now you just need to simplify this. So if I simplify this, I will get 2 plus 2 minus 1 will give me plus 1 plus minus 1 by 3 plus 5 by 3. Okay, so I'm just simplifying it here. So 1 plus minus 1 by 3 plus 5 by 3. 3 will be the LCM. So it will be 3 minus 1 plus 5, which is 5 plus 3 is 8. 8 minus 1 by 3 will give me 7 by 3. So it would be 7 by 3 into x is equals to 140. Okay. So now I will take 7 by 3 on the that side of the equation. It will become 170 into 3 by 7 is equals to x. 7 to the 14, 20, 3 to the 60. So now I've got x as 60. So now my x is 60. I know what was x. What did I assume x as? I assumed x as total number of 2 rupees coin. So now please put back these x value in the equation. So finally what we will write, total number of 2 rupee coin is 60, then total number of 5 rupee coin is x by 3. That's what we did, x by 3. So if I put x value here, so it will be 20. So it will be 20, and total number of 1 rupee coin will be, I can directly find by 300 minus 80, which will give me 220. Why? Because I knew that, okay, I'm so sorry, it would be 160 minus 80, because the total number of coins denomination was 160, right? So I would do 160 minus 60 minus 20. That's, if I put this, if I put the values back in this equation 1, so I will find the value of total number of rupees 1 coin, which will be 160 minus 80, which will give me answer as 80. So my here the answer will be 80. Okay. So that is my answer for question number 15. Please let me know if you have not understood any step. Please rewind the video in case if you want to hear what I have done, if you want to see each step what I am doing, and please ask me if you have not understood any of it. Just quickly load the question number 16. It's a very interesting question. Just check if you have got this right while I'm solving. So this is the question number 16. Okay. So what is the information which is given to me in this question? The information which is given to me in this question is there is a essay writing competition in which winner gets rupees 100 as a prize, and participant who does not win, the participants who did not win, who do not win, get rupees 25 as a prize money. Okay, and the total money they have kept for prize is rupees 3000. Okay, and that's this, and the total number of participants is 63. That's the information which is already given to us. Now let's see what we need to find. Okay, so what we need to find in this is basically total number of winners. Okay, so solution, you already know what I always say. So whatever you have to find, let that thing be x. So let x be the total number of winners. So the participants so there are two things. So in the question it is given to me total number of participants. So it includes the winner also, right? So now the participants who do not win this competition. So there are two segments. One, the participants who did not win the competition and the winners. So if I add both the number of people, then I get 63 as an answer. So the participants who did not win, so I will write PWW. So I'm just giving a short form, the participants who do not win, okay, so that I don't need to write again and again. So the participants who did not win plus winners is equals to 63. I know I have already kept x as the total number of winners. So PWW plus x is equals to 63. So PWW in terms of x, I will get 63 minus x, right? Please mark this equation as first. Now, the other equation which we can make is, we know that the total amount which is given in prize is rupees 3000, right? So now I know 63 minus x, the participants who did not win will get 25 rupees as their price. So I have multiplied it with 25. Then the winners get 100 rupees as price. That's why I'm multiplying x with 100 and I get 3000 as an answer. Now I have got an equation with one variable, and if I solve this, I get directly x, right? Which is the total number of winners. That's what we need to find, right? So let's solve this. 60, so apply distributive property, or you can 25 into 63. So we will do 25 into 63 minus 25x plus 100x is equals to 3000. Okay. Now, obviously, when you solve 63 into 25, what will you get? So when you do this, let's do it here. So when you do this, you will get 1575. So you will get 1575, okay, minus 25x plus 100x is equals to 3000. Now you have to take constants on one side. So if I take constants on the one side, it is an addition, so it will be subtraction there, 1575 minus 25x plus 100x. If I simplify this, what will I get? If I simplify this, I will get 75x, right? So 3000 minus 1575 will give me 1425 75x. So now x will be 1425 divided by 75, which they both are divisible by 5, but I also know they both are divisible by 25 also. So if I do with 25, if I divide this as 25, I will get um, 5, and so 25 5s are 125. So I will get uh, so 142 minus 125, I will get 117, 7, and I will get 175. So 25, 175 divided by 25 will give me 7. So now again 57 is divisible by 3 because 7 plus 5 will give me 12, which tells me 57 is divisible by 3. 3 ones are 3, 3 nines are 27. So my x is equals to 9. So there are 19, total number of winners is equals to 19. So then you can say total number of winners is equals to 19. Okay, that's your answer. Okay. So guys, with this we have done exercise 2.2. Now going forward, I want you to complete exercise 2.3 as your homework, because we have discussed those kind of questions in our class. And for your reference, uh, I'm going to solve 2 questions from that exercise, so as to give you reference, and then you will solve the entire exercise on your own. Okay. So let me just load exercise 2.3. Yes. Okay, these are the questions where we have variables on the both sides of the equation, and we have already seen how to solve this. So I'm just going to pick some of the difficult questions which I think are there in this question. So let me solve question number 7th for you and question number 9th. Okay, so I am solving exercise 2.3, question number 7th. 7th is saying you have to solve for x, obviously you have to find the value of x. This is the equation. So x will be there. I'm going to simplify this is my LHS and this is my RHS. I'm going to simplify my RHS. So it is in the multiplication. Again, you have to apply distributive property. You have to multiply this with x and this number with 10 also. So it will be 4 by 5 into x plus 4 by 5 into 10. Okay, so it would be x is equals to 4 by 5 into x plus 5 2s are 10, 8, right? So now the next step is I have to take all the variable terms on the one side of the equation and keep the constants on the other side of the equation. Here 8 will, I need to take this x on the other side, x term on the other side of the equation. So it will become x minus 4 by 5x, right, is equals to 8. This will be the equation. Now we just need to simplify this. So if I simplify this, I'm just simplifying this right now. So it will be x minus 4x by 5. So my LCM will be 5. This will become 5x minus 4x, which will give me x by 5, right? So now putting again back to the, so if I simplify this, I get x by 5. So my equation will become x by 5 is equals to 8. Now, since 5 is in division, if you transpose this on the other side of the equation, it will be 8 into 5, which will give me 8 5s are 40. So my x is equals to 40. That's how you will solve this equation. Now I'm going to take another question, which is 9th question, for you to do. And then you have to solve the entire exercise on your own. And this is your work for today. Okay. Let's do the question number 9 now. Two y plus 5 by 3 is equals to 26 by 3 minus y. So I have already told you that you have to keep all the terms which has variable on the one side of the equation and all the constants on the other side. So if this is LHS, RHS, so please, I see that there is a variable term on the both the sides of the equation. So what are the variable terms? 2y is one variable term and here y is there. And what are the constants in this equation? 5 by 3 and 26 by 3, right? So now I'm going to get all the variable terms on the one side of the equation. So I'm going to transpose y on the other side of the equation. Since it is in subtraction, if I transpose this on the other side of the equation, it would be in addition. So it would be 5 by 3 plus y is equals to 26 by 3. Now it's a constant term is also here. I need to transpose the constant term on the other side of the equation. It would be 26 by 3 minus 5 by 3 because it's in addition. If I transpose this on the other side of the equation, it will become minus 5 by 3. 2y plus y. It would be 3y. So 26 minus 3 is 26 minus 5 because denominator is same. So I can directly solve this. So I just need to solve the numerator. So 26 minus 5 will give me 21. So 3 sevens are 21. Y, I'm going to take 3 on the other side of the equation, which will make it 7 by 3. So it would be y is equals to 7 by 3 is your answer. Okay. So guys, I have done seventh question and ninth question for you. All the other questions you have to do on your own. In the next class, we can discuss if you have any doubts on this. So bye.